Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's son, Mojtaba Ali Khamenei, has been appointed Iran's new supreme leader by the Assembly of Experts, Iranian state media reported. In a post on X, Press TV said, Iran's Assembly of Experts has appointed Ayatollah Sayyid Mojtaba Khamenei as the new leader of the Islamic Republic. Mojtaba Khamenei is the second oldest son of Ali Khamenei. Israeli media describe Mojtaba as having a more hardline position than his father and being behind the violent crackdowns on protesters in Iran. In November 2019, the U.S. Treasury Department issued sanctions against Mojtaba. He was designated for representing the then Supreme Leader in an official capacity, despite never being elected or appointed to a government position. It had also been reported that Mojtaba Khamenei has access to luxury properties in London and accounts in the UK, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein.
Noble people of Iran, free people of the world, devotees of the Islamic Revolution of Iran and the great Khomeini, followers of the martyred Imam, Grand Ayatollah Khamenei, honorable people of Iran, the new leader of the Islamic Revolution has been appointed and introduced by the Assembly of Experts for Leadership. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful, noble and free people of Islamic Iran, may God's peace and blessings be upon you. The Assembly of Experts for Leadership, while expressing condolences on the martyrdom of the great leader, Grand Ayatollah Imam Khamenei, may God sanctify his pure soul, as well as the other esteemed martyrs, especially the high-ranking and self-sacrificing commanders of the armed forces and the students of the Shajar-e-Tayyibeh school in Minab County, and while condemning the savage aggression of the criminal America and the vile Zionist regime, hereby informs you that this assembly, immediately after the news of the martyrdom and heavenly ascension of the wise and prudent leader of the Islamic Revolution, was announced, despite the critical wartime conditions and direct threats from the enemies against this popular institution, and the bombing of the Secretariat offices of the Assembly of Experts for Leadership, which resulted in the martyrdom of several staff members, and the security team did not hesitate for a moment in the process of selecting and introducing the leadership of the Islamic system, in accordance with the duties outlined in the Constitution and the internal regulations of the Assembly of Experts. The necessary measures and arrangements for holding an extraordinary session and introducing the new leader were put on the agenda. Therefore, appropriate planning and necessary coordination were carried out to gather the honorable representatives of this assembly from across the country, so that despite the intelligent provisions anticipated in Article 111 of the Constitution for the formation of a temporary council, the country would not face a leadership vacuum. The Assembly of Experts for Leadership, while honoring the exalted status of the guardianship of the Islamic jurist, Velayat-e-Faqih, during the occultation of His Holiness the Promised Mahdi, may God hasten his reappearance, and recognizing the importance of leadership in the Islamic Republic system, pays tribute to 47 years of wise governance based on the principles of dignity, independence, and authority by the two Imams of the Revolution. In commemorating those divine and popular leaders, the Assembly hereby announces that, after thorough and extensive deliberations and utilizing the provisions of Article 108 of the Constitution, and in accordance with its religious duty and belief in standing before Almighty God, in today's extraordinary session, Ayatollah Sayyid Mojtaba Khamenei, may God protect him, has been chosen and introduced by the decisive vote of the honorable representatives of the Assembly of Experts as the third leader of the sacred system of the Islamic Republic of Iran. In conclusion, while expressing gratitude to the members of the Temporary Council established under Article 111 of the Constitution, the Assembly invites all the noble people of Iran, especially the intellectuals and scholars of the seminaries and universities, to pledge allegiance to the leadership and to maintain unity around the axis of the guardianship. It also beseeches the continued grace and favor of the Almighty upon this country and its great people from His divine presence. And peace and God's mercy and blessings be upon you. The Assembly of Experts for Leadership, 17th of Esfand, 1404 Persian calendar. God is the greatest, Khamenei is the leader.
The development comes after U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday expressed his desire to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next supreme leader following the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in a U.S. Israel joint military strike last week, as reported by Axios.
Iran faces an uncertain power transition after the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in a major regional escalation. The crisis deepened as U.S. President Donald Trump said Washington must help decide who leads Iran next. Trump reportedly said that the United States must play a direct role in choosing Iran's next leader after the death of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Trump said Washington would not accept a leadership transition that simply keeps power within the Khamenei family. He specifically rejected the possibility of Mojtaba Khamenei, the late leader's son, becoming Iran's next supreme leader. Trump described Mojtaba as a lightweight and said such an outcome would be unacceptable for the United States. The U.S. president argued Iran now needs leadership capable of bringing stability and peace to the region. The comments come as tensions soar following a joint U.S.-Israel strike that killed Khamenei and other senior figures. His remarks signal an extraordinary claim of influence over Iran's political future by Washington. The statement also raises new questions about the true goals of the U.S. military campaign against Iran. U.S. officials had previously insisted that the operation was not aimed at regime change in Tehran. However, Trump's comments suggest Washington may seek a broader political transformation inside Iran. Iranian leaders have not yet formally announced a successor to Ali Khamenei.